Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We're continuing to read from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10. We are on chapter 8. We are currently hearing the childhood pastimes of Krishna and Balaram, and how the inhabitants of Raj are feeling ecstatic bliss. So how we have in the Damodarashtakam, right? That by such childhood pastimes as this, he's drowning the inhabitants of Gokul in pools of ecstasy. So here we are hearing some pastimes that the Brajbasis are drowning in the pools of ecstasy. So continuing, Krishnasya Gopyo Ruchiram.
Krishnasya gopyo ruchiram
Vikshya Kaumara Chapalam
vikshya kaumara chapalam
Shanvantya Kila Tanmatur
shranvantya kila tanmatur
Iti Hochu Samagataha.
iti hochu samagataha.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Observing the very attractive childish restlessness of Krishna, all the gopis in the neighborhood, to hear about Krishna's activities again and again, would approach Mother Yashoda and speak to her as follows. Krishna's activities are always very attractive to devotees. Therefore, the neighbors who were friends of Mother Yashoda informed Mother Yashoda of whatever they saw Krishna doing in the neighborhood. Mother Yashoda, just to hear about the activities of her son, stopped her household duties and enjoyed the information given by the neighborhood friends. So same like how when we love someone, then we like to speak. Oh, my daughter, this. And she did that. So here the gopis they love Krishna. So they're coming and telling Mother Yashoda, oh, Krishna did this just now. I saw him doing that. Vachan munchan kvachid asam yekrosha sanjataha saha.
Vatsan munchan kvachit asammaye krosha sanjataha saha
Steyam swadav ati atha dadipaya kalpite steya yoge.
steyam swadva vati atha dadipaya kalpite steya yoge
Markan bhokshan vibhajati sachin nati bhandam bhinnati.
Martan bhokshan vibhajati sachinati bandam binnati
द्रव्य आलाभे सग्रकुपितो याति उपक्रोश्यतोकान्.
Dvavya alabe sakriye kupito yati upakroshyatokan.
Our dear friend Yashoda, your son sometimes comes to our houses before the milking of the cows and releases the calves. And when the master of the house becomes angry, your son merely smiles. Sometimes he devises some process by which he steals palatable curd, butter, and milk, which he then eats and drinks. When the monkeys assemble, he divides it with them, and when the monkeys have their bellies so full that they won't take more, he breaks the pots. Sometimes, if he gets no opportunity to steal butter or milk from a house, he will be angry at the householders, and for his revenge, He will agitate the small children by pinching them. Then, when the children begin crying, Krishna will go away. The narration of Krishna's naughty childhood activities would be presented to Mother Yashoda in the form of complaints. Sometimes Krishna would enter the house of a neighbor, and if he found no one there, he would release the calves before the time for the cows to be milked. The calves are actually supposed to be released when their mothers are milked, but Krishna would release them before that time, and naturally the calves would drink all the milk from their mothers. When the cowherd men saw this, they would chase Krishna and try to catch him, saying, "Here is Krishna doing mischief." But he would flee and enter another house, where he would again devise some means to steal butter and curd. Then the cowherd men would again try to capture him, saying, "Here is the butter thief, better capture him." And they would be angry. But Krishna would simply smile and they would forget everything. Sometimes, in their presence, he would begin eating the curd and butter. There was no need for Krishna to eat butter, since his belly was always full. But he would try to eat it, or else he would break the pots and distribute the contents to the monkeys. In this way, Krishna was always engaged in mischief making. If in any house he could not find any butter or curd to steal, he would go into a room and agitate the small children sleeping there by pinching them. And when they cried, he would go away. So, what are some of the complaints the gopis are telling Mother Yashoda?
That is going to their houses and stealing the butter and releasing the calves, and the cows would drink the milk of the cows before the milking could happen. And he would also um, he would pinch the children if when they're sleeping, if he doesn't find any butter or milk.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
a very naughty boy.
Very naughty.
Ah, imagine whole day if you had to go run after him. Mm.
They are complaining. I mean, the gopis are complaining, but they are enjoying also seeing him, seeing his naughtiness, right?
Yeah, that's what. They're enjoying transcendental bliss. Ananda Kunde, right? That they are in the pools of ecstasy. The Brajavasis are swimming in pools of ecstasy. So they actually would make butter for Krishna. That come and steal my butter, you know. They were making it for Krishna, the butter. And so they would be happy
That Krishna came and
that
took the
Krishna came
butter.
and stole my butter. Yeah, because they were actually making it for him. Okay, how does this go? I'm not very sure now.
आग्राये रचयति विधिं पीत लो पीतकोलुकलाद्यैस्. I think something I remember. So
Or we'll just read it regularly, maybe. Let me see. Is that?
हस्ताग्राये रचयति विधिं पीत पीतकोलुकलादेश.
Oh, yeah, that sounded good. Hastagrahe rachyati vidim pitakolu khaladayesh.
हस्ताग्राये रचयति विधिं पीतकोलुकलादेश.
Chitram hi antarnihita vayuna shikya bande shutatvit.
चित्रं हि अन्तर्निहितवयुना शिक्य बान्धेषु तद्वित्
Dvanta Dvantagaridhrita Maniganam Swangam Arthapradipam.
द्वान्तागारे धृतमणिगणं स्वाङ्गम् अर्थप्रदीपम्
Kale Gopyo Yarhigraha Kritayeshu Suvyagrachittaha.
काले गोप्यो यहि गृहकृतेषु सुव्यग्रचित्ताः
When the milk and curd are kept high on a swing hanging from the ceiling, and Krishna and Balaram cannot reach it, they arrange to reach it by piling up various planks and turning upside down the mortar for grinding spices. Being quite aware of the contents of a pot, they poke holes in it while the elderly gopis go about their household affairs. Krishna and Balaram sometimes go into a dark room, brightening the place with the valuable jewels and ornaments on their bodies, and taking advantage of this light by stealing. Formerly, in every household, yogurt and butter were kept for use in emergencies. But Krishna and Balaram would pile up planks so that they could reach the pots and would then pick holes in the pots with their hands so that the contents would leak out and they could drink it. This was another means for stealing butter and milk. When the butter and milk were kept in a dark room, Krishna and Balaram would go there and make the place bright with the valuable jewels on their bodies. On the whole, Krishna and Balaram engaged in stealing butter and milk from the neighborhood houses in many ways. So they are quite creative of how to keep stealing, right? Like also turn upside down mortar that we hear in the Damodar Leela also.
Yeah.
They would climb on that mortar and then it's so dark, but the jewels that they are wearing brighten the room. We wear ornaments to look beautiful. Krishna and Balaram's ornaments look beautiful because they are wearing them.
Yeah.
Mm. एवं धाष्टयानि उशति कुरुते मेधन नादीनि वास्तव.
एवं दाष्टयानि उशती कुरुते मेहनादिनी वास्तो
Steyopaye virachita kriti suprati ko yathaste.
श्रेयो आये विरचित कृति सुप्रतीति को यथास्ते
Itam stribi sabhay nayana shrimukha lukkinibhir.
इत्थं स्त्रीभिः स वयनयन श्री मुखालोकिनी निभिर्
Vyakyatartha prahasita mukhi nahi upalabdum aichat.
व्याख्यात आतार्था प्रहसित प्रहसित मुखी नहीं उपालभ लब्धुम ऐच्छत्. Sorry.
Hey, you're doing very good. When Krishna is caught in his naughty activities, the master of the house will say to him, "Oh, you are a thief," and artificially express anger at Krishna. Krishna will then reply, "I'm not a thief, you are a thief." Sometimes, being angry, Krishna passes urine and stool in a neat, clean place in our houses. But now, our dear friend Yashoda, this expert thief is sitting before you like a very good boy. Sometimes all the gopis would look at Krishna sitting there, his eyes fearful, so that his mother would not chastise him. And when they saw Krishna's beautiful face, instead of chastising him, they would simply look upon his face and enjoy transcendental bliss. Mother Yashoda would mildly smile at all this fun, and she would not want to chastise her blessed transcendental child. Krishna's business in the neighborhood was not only to steal, but sometimes to pass stool and urine in a neat, clean house. When caught by the mother of the house, Krishna would chastise him, saying, "You are a thief." Aside from being a thief in his childhood affairs, Krishna acted as an expert thief when he was young by attracting young girls and enjoying them in the rasa dance. This is Krishna's business. So when he was small, he was stealing butter. He grew up a little bit, he's stealing the gopis' hearts. And when he's being caught stealing, and then they are telling him, "You're a thief." So he's like, "I'm not a thief. You are a thief." Actually, Krishna doesn't need to steal anything. Everything belongs to him. You know, everything belongs to him. If we analyze, we may say, "Oh, where's the butter coming from? Butter is coming from milk. Where's the milk coming from? The cow. Who made the cow? Krishna made the cow." Everything belongs to Krishna. We just think it belongs to us. So this is Krishna's business. He is also violent as the killer of many demons. All the mundane people like non-violence and other such brilliant qualities. God, the absolute truth, being always the same, is good in any activities, even so-called immoral activities like stealing, killing, and violence. Krishna is always pure and he's always the supreme absolute truth. So someone may say, "Oh, how God is being violent." But Krishna's violence is also pure. There is nothing evil in Krishna. He's all pure. He's supreme absolute truth. Because people who are killed by him, they get liberation. You know? They're getting liberation. Stealing, everything belongs to him, so he can't steal anything. Krishna may do anything supposedly abominable in material life, yet still he is attractive. Therefore his name is Krishna, meaning all attractive. So here he's stealing, he's passing stool and urine, he's calling them thief, he's pinching their babies also. He's creating like a disturbance, right?
Mhm.
But yet they are all enjoying this. Ananda Kunde, pools of ecstasy. They're swimming in pools of ecstasy. Yeah. How does the third verse begin of the Shikshastakam? Uh, I can't remember. By such childhood, the translation is by such childhood pastimes as the
You
so
mean the
any
Damodar Ashtakam?
Damodarashtakam. Yeah,
Mhm.
that Ananda Kunde, right? They're drowning in pools of ecstasy by such childhood pastimes. So this is the platform of which transcendental loving affairs and service are exchanged. So this is love here between the Brajbasis and Krishna. Because of the features of Krishna's face, the mothers were so attracted that they could not chastise him. Instead of chastising him, they smiled and enjoyed hearing of Krishna's activities. So they're complaining also, but actually not complaining. They're also coming to see Krishna. They also want to repeat what he's done so they can feel more and more bliss. Very different from material platform, right? Material, if some child creates a havoc like that in our house, we'll go really complain to the mother, "Hey, keep your child in your house. Don't send him to our house.
Mhm.
So you can see this material and spiritual. On material, what we feel is like a hassle. Spiritual, they are enjoying here. Inconceivable how they are enjoying such things. Inconceivable, right?
Yeah.
Right? In material sense, here we'll say, oh, what is this naughty kid coming?
Yeah.
And he's just creating such a disturbance here. What is this? I have to
Yeah.
clean his poo and pee. What?
Urine, yes. Yeah.
Right? And he's pinching my baby. What? He's not letting me finish my work, and I have to just like shoo him away.
Yeah.
But here, they are enjoying all this. We can't understand this, right? How to
Mm.
understand that they are feeling happy by Krishna's such pastimes?
And about that violent part, that he is violent, the way he kills the
Violent.
demons. But that's what, like, how some people say, like how, like, he's so violent, but
Yeah,
right. So he's
that's,
everything. Like he can do anything, but he's
yeah,
delivering the right, killing
he's,
by killing the demon, right,
yeah, he's delivering, he's liberating them.
liberating them, right.
Yeah, like on Kurukshetra, whoever saw him there, they
Yeah,
went to the spiritual world. So that's why we have to understand Krishna's position before we can comment on Krishna, right? Or his pastimes before we can understand his pastimes. So that's how we see we started from first canto, trying to understand Krishna's position. And now we are coming to the 10th canto, hearing about his pastimes. So here Krishna is acting like a naughty child, and the gopis are all happy,
happy, complaining but happy.
complaining but happy. Yeah. And they're coming to see him. They're
Yeah,
coming to Yashoda to actually see him. They want to see him. They want to repeat his pastime. When our, we love someone and they do something, we like to tell everybody about it,
true. Yeah.
right? So here they've come again to tell Mother Yashoda. So instead of chastising him, they smiled and enjoyed hearing of Krishna's activities. Thus the gopis remained satisfied, and Krishna enjoyed their happiness. Therefore, another name of Krishna is Gopi Jana Vallabha, because he invented such activities to please the gopis. Gopi Jana Vallabha. It is the pleasure, he gives pleasure to the Gopi Jana, to the gopis. That's why he's called Gopi Jana Vallabha. So Krishna's names are also in relation to his devotees, to his pastimes.
Yeah,
Did
the
you want to?
Damodarastakam, the third verse is Iti Drikswalilagi Anandakun.
Ananda Kunde, yeah. Iti Drikswalila Bir Ananda Kunde. So by such childhood pastimes, right?
Mhm.
By these leelas, he's drowning them in pools of ecstasy in Ananda Kunde. They're swimming in pools of drowning in pools of ecstasy means they're feeling so much happiness, so much bliss. They enjoy. If we can feel even one drop of what they feel, we will be, you know,
Mhm. Bliss.
we're so fortunate. Okay, we continue tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay. श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गौर भक्त वृंद की जय, हरे कृष्णा।